Based on the steps we've taken, select your stage 1 texture pack.
Giving it depth. Applying the paint to a matte and already off the statue with moisture pressure and give it an even coat and allowing for the dark colour to come through the base as well as eliminate any possible residual strokes.
It is difficult to understand how cool this is.
I am just a naturally intelligent system. You can call me J.A.N.I.S. And this is M.A.A.C.S.
I asked J.A.N.I.S if we could somehow bring some more gold to the entryway, and changing the color of the grids in the window seemed like an impossible task. Well, the solution is something so simple, but I think it'll make a big difference.
What we're going to be using is gold craft tape.
The 5/8 craft tape is the ideal size for the application. All that is required to do is peel the backing and apply it to the glass of the window, lining the tape up with the grids. This will conceal the color of the grid. Applying the tape on the vertical lines before applying it to the horizontal lines seems to conceal the seams better. Once each strip is in place, trim them at the edges of the window with a utility knife or X-Acto knife, leaving a clean edge. You may also prefer to add a strip to the window's edge. If there is a bead present, choose an appropriate width for the tape to cover completely. If the window does not have a bead, using the tape that you already have is also acceptable. In our case, we had chosen to paint the bead to match the door and stucco molding when touch-ups were previously being performed. Once completed, it creates a striking finished look to the entryway. You may have noticed the captain's purple fingers. This is not an indication of a health issue. Let me explain what happened. Before we had the craft tape, we already had the supplies we needed for the felt craft flowers. And similar to the Red Queen in Alice in Wonderland, Miss Brown wants them a different color. Purple, instead of white. So let us get started. Due to the porosity of the felt, the spray paint will adhere to the flowers quite well, soaking into the material. Spraying the underside first, while the flower is still compressed, will make the process more convenient. Once the underside is dry, use a cardboard box to stand the flowers upright. Gently pull down each petal and spray them individually for complete coverage. After each coat, set the flowers in a remote location to dry, and do not allow the petals to touch while they are wet. After drying completely, a second coat may be preferred or required. If so, simply repeat these steps. We are applying 3 coats to the flowers to receive the coverage that we are wanting. This will require up to 1.5 cans of paint per flower. Applying a second color to create highlights can give the flowers a more creative and interesting look. Because the recurring theme seems to be gold, we are using a gold glitter spray paint to help the flowers tie into everything else. Applying the highlights is simple, but can make all the difference in the overall look of the project. With spray paint, holding the can at a farther distance than would be used during the base coats, will achieve a lighter, broader application.
The flowers look amazing, thank you. I think we'll wait until the day before the event to put them into place though.
You are quite welcome, Mum. It appears as if we have completed all of the projects here that have been presented to us for the time being. And we will be moving on to other projects elsewhere, until it is time for us to return.